Hey, what's up, y'all? PSN. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my cousin, Fury S. Styles. And I'll have his link in the description, or Instagram, YouTube, wherever you might see this video. I'll have his information. Check him out because he is the reason why I'm doing this video. I posted a story on Instagram talking about, well, it's an old video that I shared about me acquiring Batman Gotham City Racing. And he pointed out the price. He was like, wow, you paid $60 for it? And I was like, yeah, I kind of did. But, you know, it made me think about, you know, how certain retro gaming stores might price their games versus where I just recently went to a gaming convention and they seem to follow the pricing the value prices that I might find on, or you might find on some of these apps. I use gameye, and when I first downloaded it, it would show all of the prices for the games, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I would go by that. And when I got this game, I bought it, brought it home, and then I checked gameye, and I was like, wait a minute, this game is actually supposed to be 30 something dollars. How come you guys charge 60? And they said they go by the pricing on eBay, like new. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting, you know. And he's like, no, we don't go by like PriceCharting and stuff like that on the apps. We go by eBay pricing and whatnot. So I was like, okay. And then I was thinking like, okay, cool. But then I go to this convention recently, the Southeast Game Exchange, and most of the vendors there, they go by the price charting. I got a lot of great deals on games that were accurate to what I would see on my app and price charting versus what you might see on eBay. And I realized like, wow, so you really kind of don't know exactly when you're going to get a good deal on pricing, but it's good to know like if someone is charging you a game, where they're getting where they are getting their logic from, you know. But I thought I would look at a couple other games just to kind of show y'all the difference between the pricing on some of these price charting apps and these digital apps where you can log your games versus what you might see on eBay. So we're gonna look at Dead or Alive 2 and Grand Theft Auto, because I already checked these out, but I want you guys to see the difference on how the pricing can be like different. So let's check that out. Alright guys, so this is actually a rare case, I guess, because for the most part, a lot of games are pretty similar in terms of the price charting versus eBay. This is Batman Gotham City Racing, the one I got for $60 at my local gaming store, local retro gaming store. On the app, it says it is worth $27 CIB. So yeah, a big difference like that, I gotta call and check on, you know what I'm saying? But they was like, they go by the eBay prices. Now I'm guessing and assuming that you can, you know, go by either or, you know, but it's interesting. Is it the app that isn't updated, or, you know, what's going on? You know, I'm trying to figure this out. But it is a game that you rarely see, so I went on and picked it up, and I didn't want to pay for shipping. But as you can see, some of these prices I probably could have got it for cheaper. But this is a case in where you really have to like do your homework a little bit, because most times it'll be, you know, pretty accurate and the same, you know, on these price charting sites and apps. As you can see here with Dead or Alive 2, you know, CIB $30, and then you flip over to eBay and it's the same $30. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can see why, you know, I would, you know, trust, you know, these apps. You know, $38, $28. So I don't know if like, you know, Batman Gotham City is just like a rare case. Maybe there's some other games out there that are rare cases where, you know, the price charting apps, you know, are differ from what is being sold for on eBay. But again, you know, the retro gaming store I went to said that they get their games like new. So I guess it kind of like balances out between, you know, CIB and brand new. So it kind of like fits in between there, I guess. I don't know. But again, here you have Grand Theft Auto, CIB $24, right? And then you go on eBay, and what do you see? The first thing that pops up, $24, $24.89. So, you know, for the most part, it's accurate. You can trust these apps for the most part. At least I do. But it depends on like the vendor and the place that you go. What are they basing the prices on? But all I can say is do your homework. And yeah, But I hope this helps somebody, or makes you think like, okay, I need to check on this stuff. But I'll see you guys next time. This is PsnMelloshy.